Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing okay now. I slept so much yesterday and the day before. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I just slept so much. I usually sleep maybe 6 or 7 hours a night maximum. I mean, usually 5 or 6, but if I sleep 7 hours, it's a lot. The night before last, I slept 9.5 hours. I didn't wake up till like 9:30. I went to bed around midnight. I was like in a coma when I woke up. When you oversleep, it just feels like you're more tired. I woke up, I started doing my work, getting busy, and I had all this drainage in my throat. I mean, it was just literally choking me to death. I couldn't even do anything. I couldn't even make a video. I couldn't do nothing because I was just coughing and choking. So I took some Mucinex to thin out the mucus and get rid of it. I just want you guys to know, if you take Mucinex, be ready to take a nap. That stuff kicked my butt. I mean, it kicked my butt. I passed out on my bed. I said, I have to go lay down. I was in the middle of doing all kinds of things. I had stuff all over my bed. I was taking pictures for my Etsy. I had all this stuff laid out, all my junk. I just moved them all aside and I laid down. I fell asleep for 3 hours. My husband said, I came and checked on you 3 times. And I had made this grocery list to go grocery shopping and everything. We finally went grocery shopping like at 6:30 in the evening. That's how long I slept. So anyway, if y'all are like me and you have a lot of drainage and sinus problems, Mucinex, maybe right before you go to bed, take it because, you're going to have to go to sleep. I will not be taking that anytime soon, for sure. But when I woke up, I felt all dried up. I felt good. I wasn't choking and coughing this morning, so it's good. Anyway, so I hope you guys are doing good. It's still really hot here. It's not as hot as far as temperature. It's like 92 degrees today, but the heat index is so hot because it's so super humid. It's just saturated here that it feels like 98. So it's still too uncomfortable to go outside, even though it's supposedly not as hot. If you go outside and you just are soaked in sweat, so it's terrible. And even the scorpions don't like it outside. We have scorpions here in South Texas, yeah. And when it's too hot like that, they start coming in the house. I mean, they come in. I don't know if it's humidity that brings them in or what. We were sitting on the couch night before last, and my daughter said, there's a scorpion. It just ran under the couch. And me and my husband are looking at each other. We're sitting on the couch, And so we get up. We turn the couch upside down. I mean, we moved it all, turned it upside down, could not find that scorpion anywhere. So my husband said, well, let's get the vacuum cleaner and just start vacuuming the bottom. So he was vacuuming it. There was a little tag. There's always tags on the furniture. It was a little white tag that had flipped over. When we turned it over, the scorpion was up under there. It was this big, y'all. It was a giant scorpion. And it was already, posed to come up the side of the furniture there, the couch. Oh my gosh. So he killed it. And of course I had to clean it up. He always smashes things on the ground and then I have to go clean up his mess. So we killed the scorpion. Those things, they're not poisonous. They're not going to kill you unless you're allergic to bee stings or something. But it don't feel good when they sting you, that's for sure. We've all been stung plenty of times around here. My husband hates them with a passion. It just freaks him out completely. I mean, he really gets freaked out about them. And so they come right after him. I'm not that afraid of them or anything. It's snakes and scorpions. They're just, I don't know. They do something to his brain. He's just freaked out about them. And I'm like, yeah, it's a sting. It ain't going to hurt you. I mean, it hurts, but it ain't going to kill you. It's not that bad. It's like a bee sting, I don't know. Maybe I have a better tolerance for pain than him. Probably, Anyway, so that's my scorpion story. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Trump today. They're saying that there's been some news out there that he may have had a series of mini strokes. I'm going to take a look at that. Take a look and see if Trump has had some mini strokes. What can we tell everybody about that? They're talking about his right leg drags a little bit, and sometimes he does have a hard time. I don't know, certain times he has a hard time speaking. His words will drag and stuff, or they had in the past. So I wonder if he was experiencing some mini strokes. My husband had a mini stroke right before his surgery. We found out he had a mini stroke, and it was because when they went in to look at his heart, like a little particle broke off and went into his brain, and it caused a little drooping right here, and a little bit, but it went away within a couple of days. It was scary, That's what little mini strokes do. They make you slur and all. As long as you know what's causing them, and as long as it's not permanent damage. Let's take a look at Trump. Is Trump having many strokes? What can I tell everybody? Is Trump having many strokes? Yeah. Let me tell you. Wow. Okay. So the first card that I pulled is Two of Wands. His doctor thought he'd had a stroke. I think that's why that he went to Walter Reed. He needed a second opinion because they thought he'd had a stroke, and I think that's true. That's what has happened. Yes, but the White House and Trump's little minions, they don't want anybody to know the truth. They don't want this to come out. They're trying to lead us down a different path, to make us believe that it was just part of a routine checkup. That's what I'm getting. The next is King of Wands. Trump is trying to recover, but all the stress that he's going through right now, he's on the go. He's trying to have all his rallies. There's so many things going on in Trump's orbit all the time. Plus, he's got to tweet all night long and all morning long. It's really taken a toll on him, basically. It really is. So as he's trying to recuperate and, get past this, he's really not able to because there's so much stress going on in his life. And the last card that I pulled on this is why I got surprised. And I'm not going to say anything, this is a death card. And I'm not saying that he's going to die or anything like that, but I feel like all these things that Trump's going through, this painful, difficult situation, he's going to have more of the same. This is like, I feel like this is all a transition for him. And this is, he loses the election. It's very painful. It's difficult. He's got to go through this transition, and his health is going to be affected more and more and more by it. It's like he doesn't expect to lose, but he will lose, and he doesn't expect it. And so it's harder for him to accept. Whenever we see the death card, we know that that's a transition someone's going through. It doesn't mean a death of a person. It means, a death of the life as they know it could be, and I think that's what it is with Trump. This is the death of his life as he knows it. So we're asking about his health. So this is going to have a huge effect on his health. I think he'll be held accountable for all the things he's done in the last, the past 4 years. And it doesn't look good for him. This is all going to have an effect on his health, because he's never been held accountable for anything. And suddenly he will be, and he doesn't know how to handle it. I mean, he really can't handle it. So it doesn't look good for Trump. Either way, it doesn't look good for him, okay? All right. So I know there's going to be a lot of tears shed over that. All right. Let's take a look at what about the 17-year-old shooter, Kyle Rittenhouse? I think that was his name. Let's take a look at him. Trump said he was just defending himself, with automatic rifle. You defend yourself. You go, he wasn't even from that area. He's not even from there. He drove into the area to go defend that. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So let's take a look at him. What's going on with him? He made a statement through his attorney. And like I said before, I read that his mother drove him there. She should be held accountable if she did. What was she thinking? How stupid could you be? Let your kid, with an automatic rifle go into a group of protesters that he's against. Okay, what can we know about Kyle? What can you tell us about Kyle? What is going on with this Kyle? Okay. So what I'm getting with this Kyle is, his idea to go there with his, I don't know what, his automatic machine gun, whatever it was. It wasn't a 47, AK-47, it was something else. But it was one of those semi-automatic guns. And it was like, it's a good idea, Kyle. Let's do that, That's what the people around him were telling him, were egging him on and telling him do that. So that could be from his mother, his family, or friends or something like that. They were making him feel like there's something he should do, that it was honorable, So stupid. So stupid. So it's like he wanted himself, he's thinking, I'm something special, and I'm going to go over there and help those people. I'm offering to help. That's what this is all about. That's really what his mindset is, because he had all this backup, People are egging him on and telling him, yeah, do that. That's a good idea, Kyle. You should do that, So stupid. So he thought he was just, being a knight in shining armor and going over there and defending the streets. That's what he thought. He really did. And it made him feel special, He felt really, really special, like he was doing something fantastic. It made him feel powerful. He felt powerful and special and great. And, that it's all about ego. It was his ego, feeding his ego, And the last card I pulled, King of Swords, this is Kyle seeing himself as the authority. I don't know, he's, like I said, he has a big ego, and he felt like he needed to take matters into his own hands, Plus, of course, you see the people around him are pushing him that way anyway, but he really acts like a bully, I feel he's been bullied in his life, and it's like it was his turn to be the bully, and he enjoyed it. It was something that he has in common with Donald Trump is they're both cold and unfeeling, And it's like playing a video game. He just shot those people like it was a video game. And it's just awful. It's horrible. So that's what I'm getting with him, I don't feel like he was feeling like his life was in danger or anything. It was more like, I'm the hero. I want to be the hero. I'm going to go and save, the city, the streets from these protesters. So I don't feel like that it was just, I'm defending myself. It's not like that at all. That's not what I'm getting anyway. Don't you always wonder why it seems like the bad guys get away with doing bad things? I mean, he's in jail. I don't think he's going to get by with it, but so many people in Trump's orbit and Trump, even though a lot of them have gone to jail and pled guilty on things, there's so many things that they're getting by with, And William Barr is just, he's going around with everywhere Trump goes, he's right there on Trump's butt, sniffing Trump's butt. Don't you got a job to do? You got to follow that man around everywhere he goes. It's like he's right there all the time. It's so strange. And why do these guys get away with everything? I just want to take a look at, I just want to ask Spirit, why do these guys keep getting away with bad things? We're all annoyed by that. I know we are. I am. So why? Why, Spirit? Why do bad guys get away with doing bad things? Why? I want to know why. I can't stand looking at that William Barr. I mean, I really can't stand him. I can't stand Trump, but William Barr is right up there. I mean, he's almost worse than Trump because he can see what Trump's doing to our country and he knows better. Trump is Trump, and anybody that has, seen Trump, they know what they're getting. But William Barr, he should have been known better. He should be better than that. He took an oath for our Constitution and all. Even Trump did, but he's not a politician, and he's never worked in government. He thinks, I guess he thought he could get by with a lot, and he has. He has, because he's had enablers like William Barr. That's just so annoying. My throat sounds funny, huh? My voice is getting lower as I'm talking. It's just a little raw from drainage, but today's much better. Anyway, let me get these cards laid out. Look, why do bad guys get away with doing bad things? Why? Why, Spirit? Tell us why. What's going on here? I want to know. Okay. I can hear my husband talking on the phone. I hope y'all can't. His voice is so deep and loud, it resonates. Okay, so the first card that I pulled is money. So, really, these bad guys are able to do, what they need to do and stay out of trouble. It's all because of money. They have the money to keep themselves out of trouble. They have the money to keep people's mouths shut. It's all about money, y'all. It's money. And when I'm talking about the bad guys, y'all know I'm talking about Trump's administration, right? All the people surrounding Trump, really. I'm really thinking about him. The next card I pulled was Eight of Swords. It's like Bill Barr has tied up everybody's hands, the prosecutor's hands, the whistleblowers, everything in the courts has been delayed, everything. He's been able to get hold of everybody and just tie everything all up. He's made it almost impossible. Well, he has. He's made it impossible to do any other investigations on Trump, or remember, even to get his taxes released, although they've said time and time that he's supposed to release his taxes, but now it's gone back and delayed again in the court. So, it's so annoying. It's so annoying, but that's what we're seeing right here. Anybody that's around Trump, involved with Trump and around him, they're being, protected from Bill Barr. They're tying up anything that would bring them down. That's what I'm seeing here. The next thing is Hanged Man. We have to be patient, everybody. Things are going to change. We got to hang in there, basically. We got to be patient. The next card is Four of Pentacles. The reason why these bad guys are getting away with doing all these terrible things is greed and power. That's all it is. The GOP is turning a blind eye because they're worried about losing their power. So this is all about greed and power. It's really, really sad. It's like they'll sell their soul for greed and power. That's what's going on here. It's so annoying. It's just heartbreaking. The last card that I pull is Knight of Pentacles. I think this is really an indication. Again, this is about being patient, right? So we have to go vote. We have to be very patient, and then we have to go vote. We have to go turn out at the polls to, get a handle on this and make these bad guys answer to all the, bad deeds that they have done. Make them all answer for it. So you guys, remember, that's the big guidance here. Get out and vote. Get these guys, out of office so that we can start making them accountable for their actions. That's what we got to do, you guys. Really. Okay. Now I'm about done here. I saw this story about Trump. I thought it was really interesting, and I don't know if y'all read about it, but that all our troops that are killed overseas, when they come back in, they come in through Dover Air Force Base, and then usually the president is there to I don't know, I would say greet. I don't know if that would be the right term to use, but he's there for our fallen soldiers and their families. He's there, to give his condolences to the family. Well, in 2017, Trump was there, and there was this father of a Navy SEAL that wouldn't shake his hand or anything. I don't know if y'all heard about this. And he told Trump, "You're responsible for my son's death," because he had approved that Yemen raid without really bothering to consider all the risk involved. And, it didn't turn out so great, and we lost some great guys. So after that, Trump didn't want to go anymore to Dover Air Force Base. He didn't want to go through that again. He doesn't like being held accountable for anything. And, he can't show any sympathy for anybody. So it wasn't, he's just refused to go. And there have been, since he took office, they say that there have been 96 times when our fallen troops have come back, 127 deaths, and he's only been there, I think I read 4 times. He's been there 4 times, y'all. Can you believe it? 4 times. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this man? I'm telling you, this guy is cold. He is cold. And it's because it's all about him, It's all about him. And he didn't like it that man didn't want to shake his hand, and he didn't want to put himself through that again. Can you imagine? You're the person that lost your son, but he's thinking about himself. So I just read that. I thought I would pass that along with y'all. Anyways, yeah, crazy. I can't wait for him to be out of office. I can't wait. And like I said, I'm not on my Facebook page and everything now. I was putting up all kinds of vile things, everything that I saw on Twitter. I put it on my Facebook. I'm not concentrating on the negativity of Trump anymore. I'm not, that's not taking up any of my day anymore. I'm not thinking about him. But every good article that I see about Joe Biden, I put it on my Facebook. I put nice things and retweet nice things about Joe Biden. And, of course, I'm donating to his campaign anytime I can. I'll send them a contribution. And once you start doing that, they text you all day long. There's not a day that I don't get 2 or 3 texts asking for a donation. I'm like, I just made a donation, but I guess I need the money. So I'll donate as much as I can when I can. Okay, guys, I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to me. If you'd like to get a reading with me, just look down below, email me, and we'll get together. My readings are, as you guys know, they're just private YouTube videos that I send you. So you can ask me questions, or you can get a Celtic Cross reading, a love reading, whatever you'd like. I can do any kind of reading and just answer your questions, talk to you, and send it to you. That way you can watch it over and over and over. Because a lot of times people will have a reading and they'll say, what did she say? I forgot, and it's gone. It's over with. You have a 30-minute reading and it's done. It's hard to recall. That way you can go back. I leave my readings up. I'm sure there's readings that have been there. You know, they're private. Nobody can look at them but the person that has the link. They've been up there for a couple of years now, you know, so you can go back and look at them 3 or 4 months and can think about it, and it'll even make more sense. Hindsight, you know. So anyways, all right, guys, do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Love y'all so much. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.